Guys, today we are Adam Silver and we're going on an NBA 2K22, taking the top 30 players on the game and trading them across the league to different teams. With a whole new NBA, what would happen and who would win? Well guys, sit down, sit back, relax. We're doing a season and live playoff simulation here on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. So without further ado, let's get this simulation started. Here we go. We are now on the famous wheel, and this is the top 30 that NBA 2K22 has this year. So we begin with LeBron James. Every team gets a different player. Where will the king go to? This is a big time pickup for any team, and LeBron's gonna go back to Cleveland. Can he take the Cavaliers to the playoffs in this simulation? As next up, here's Giannis Antetokounmpo, the reigning NBA Finals MVP. Which team will be getting him? It will be the Phoenix Suns. So the Suns won't have CP3 or Devin Booker because they crack in the top 30, but they do get Giannis. As here is KD, and Brooklyn fans, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to trade your big three in this simulation, as Kevin Durant will be going to the Portland Trail Blazers. No Damian Lillard, but he joined CJ McCollum and Nurkic. Now, who will be getting the best three-point shooter in NBA history? It is going to be... oh my goodness, the Sacramento Kings just got snubbed, so the LA Clippers will pick up Stephen Curry. That is big time. He's going to LA. And here's Joel Embiid of the 76ers at a 95 overall. And the big guy will be going to the New Orleans Pelicans with Brandon Ingram. But guys, let me know down below in the comments, who do you think is better, Jokic or Embiid? As anyways, we have Kawhi Leonard next up of the LA Clippers, and he's going to go to the Charlotte Hornets, joining LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier. Honestly, that could be the missing piece the Hornets need to win a championship. But anyways, next up we got Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, the former MVP, and he's going to be going to the Chicago Bulls. So having Jokic and Vucevic in the paint might be a deadly combination. But here's Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks. What new team will he be going to? And Doncic will be a Golden State Warrior in this simulation. Shout out to when I met Luka. Dude is a straight bucket, even though he can't beat Nicholas Batum in the playoffs or the Olympics. But anyways, we got James Harden up next on the wheel, and he's going to go to the San Antonio Spurs. So San Antonio, what a big time pickup on the wheel. You guys get the beard in James Harden. And here's Damian Lillard of the Portland Blazers. So yes, we are finally getting him out of Portland, and he's going to go to the Indiana Pacers. I mean, it's like going from point B to point C. And man, Pacers fans, I'm not going at you guys. You're an alright team. I just think you're just kind of like there. Okay, I'm gonna stop roasting the Pacers. Listen, guys, we got Toronto Raptors new player Anthony Davis. So the Lakers have to trade their big three in this simulation, as well as I said, Brooklyn and Kyrie Irving is next up on the wheel. Which team will be getting Kyrie? And how about that? The LA Lakers will be getting Kyrie Irving. Gonna be interesting to see him in that thread of purple and gold. Anyways, we got Jimmy Butler next up. He's a 91 overall in NBA 2K22. And how about this? Ja Morant's not on the top 30, so Jimmy Butler will be going to Memphis with Ja, and that team's looking pretty good. As we have Jason Tatum up next of the Boston Celtics at a 90 overall, and he's going to go to the Sacramento Kings. So Sacramento fans, you guys just picked up a future MVP and Finals MVP. Next up, we got Chris Paul, and honestly, Chris Paul is the MVP for his team every year. He does so much. He gets his team to the playoffs, and I know he doesn't have a championship, but he just does everything for his team, and he's a great winner. So he's going to go to the Brooklyn Nets on the simulation, his former teammate on the simulation. Now Devin Booker will be going to the Denver Nuggets. So Booker and CP3 teammates now on different teams in the simulation. Next up on the wheel, we got Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans. Which team will be getting Zion in the sim? It is going to be the Detroit Pistons, joining Cade Cunningham. So we have a young team down there in Detroit. Continuing on, we got Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks now up. I mean, he's an 89 overall, but after his playoffs last year, I mean, you can maybe give him a 90. Anyways, he's going to the Boston Celtics, and I'm happy about this. I love the pickup in Trae Young. And now Bradley Beal is up next, an 89 overall. I think he was second in the league for scoring last year, and he's going to go to the Orlando Magic, or he was first. I'm not sure. It was either Curry or him, but he's going to Orlando. So Magic fans, that's a great pickup. Now we got Donovan Mitchell. I think he should be higher as well in NBA 2K22, but the Houston Rockets get Donovan Mitchell, and that's an amazing pickup in this simulation, joining John Wall and a couple rookies down there in Houston. Anyways, we got Paul George of the LA Clippers next up, and he's going to be going to the Atlanta Hawks, joining Bogdanovich, Capella. Let's see how we can do to replace Trae Young in the simulation. And as we got Middleton up next, I want to ask you guys a question. This might be recency bias, but who would you take on your team, Chris Middleton or Paul George? As Middleton will be going to the Miami Heat. I mean, it might be a bad question because of the recency bias again, but I think it's fair. Now we got Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz up next, and he's going to be going to the New York Knicks. So Knicks fans, what do you guys think about getting Gobert in the simulation? But when I asked that question, I love seeing your guys' comments. You guys are honestly hilarious. But anyways, Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls will be going to the Oklahoma City Thunder down there with Shea Alexander. So we have a new duo there in OKC. Next up, we got Karl Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves. And look at this, Towns will join Porzingis. So we saw in Chicago, Jokic went there with Vucevic, and now in Dallas, we have Porzingis and Karl Anthony Towns. So some big man duos in this simulation. Now Klay Thompson is up next to the Golden State Warriors, and Klay will be going to the Milwaukee Bucks. No Giannis there, but again, it's going to be weird seeing Klay Thompson in a different uniform other than Golden State. Now we have Julius Randle of the New York Knicks, and he's going to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves, joining D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards. So that leaves us with 3 players and 3 teams remaining. And I'm not just saying this this because I'm a Celtics fan, but Jaylen Brown should be a little bit higher than an 86 for his season last year. I know he got hurt, but he was balling, and he's going to go to the Washington Wizards in this simulation. Now, here's the Andre Ayton. He had a great run in the playoffs last year for the Phoenix Suns, and he's going to basically replace Gobert, and he's going to go to the Utah Jazz. And as we get to Russell Westbrook, I think you guys can agree with me that this is absolutely disgusting. 86 overall, like what? He literally had an amazing season last year, and he's an 86. He should be 88, 89, but anyways, he's going to the Philadelphia 76ers. So that's going to wrap up the wheel. I'm going to head on to NBA 2K22 and fill out these rosters. I'll be back in a second. Now, I just finished filling out the rosters here on NBA 2K22. We're just going to go over them briefly. As we saw, Russell Westbrook went to the 76ers to join Ben Simmons. Klay Thompson's now a Milwaukee Buck. And guys, shout out to the people on the screen who showed love in the last 2K simulation. Do the same thing for this video, and I'll shout you out in the next one. I appreciate all your support. And we saw LeBron James go back to Cleveland to join the Cavaliers for this simulation. Also, I was just going to say, I feel like we have the best YouTube community for the comment section, the likes, all that, because I always look at the comments. There's so many of them. Everybody's engaging with each other about the simulations. I saw somebody actually on my Instagram the other day tell me all the teams I've won on NBA 2K21, and there was actually about 4 or 5 teams who didn't win last year on 2K21. However, throughout the years, every team has at least won once. So hopefully your favorite team could win today's simulation. That would be fun to watch. As we saw, look at the Utah Jazz. They got rid of Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. They got Ayton, but the Sacramento Kings, we saw, got Jason Tatum, and they also got to keep De'Aaron Fox because he's not rated as top 30 player on NBA 2K22. So that's big time. As we see, Kyrie Irving's the lone man in LA for the Lakers. The Dallas Mavericks now with Porzingis, currently Town, so on and so forth. And I don't know about you guys, but I love doing these simulations because as we go over the rosters, we just see completely different teams, new NBA duos, trios. Who's gonna win it? Anybody has a chance now with these new teams. Like, what could happen? Also, I hope everybody's day out there is going good. We're getting closer to the NBA season, which I can't wait for. And how is school been for you guys out there? I mean, for you guys who are not in school, how is work been as well? I honestly hope things are going good. And if things are getting tough, honestly, guys, just keep grinding, keep pushing through. It'll get better, trust me. As we see the Phoenix Suns, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the OKC Thunder get Zach LaVine to pair up with Shea Alexander. Julius Randle is now in Minnesota Timberwolves with D'Angelo Russell. Kevin Durant is now on the Portland Trail Blazers. What can he do with that team without Damian Lillard? Now we see Luka Doncic on the Warriors. Jaylen Brown finally gets his team by himself on the Washington Wizards. And guys, the roster review is over. It is time to simulate to the end of the season to see what happens. And how about the MVP season from Luka Doncic on the Warriors? 33 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Unbelievable. There's your Rookie of the Year, Cade Cunningham. Porzingis comes off the bench, wins 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Suns. Now quickly, we're going to go through the All-NBA teams. Here's the first NBA team. No real surprises except for Julius Randle as the second team. Sabonis makes it with LaMelo Ball and CP3. There's your third team. LeBron James, Jaylen Brown, Trae Young, Ben Simmons, and Karl Anthony Towns. As we check out the league leader in points in this new NBA, we see Doncic at #1, Trae Young, Steph Curry, Zion, Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, John Morant, Bradley Beal, Paul George, and Zach LaVine cracks the top 10. As we go to rebounds per game, no real big surprises again, except we see Dwight Howard up there. Then we go to the assists per game. Look at Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons, top of the list on the same team. Now to what we've been waiting for, the conference standings. In the East, we see Anthony Davis and the Raptors take the 1 seed, the Atlanta Hawks, the Cavaliers with LeBron. Then you see the Celtics with Trae Young, the 76ers, Chicago Bulls, and the play-in tournament teams, the Hornets, Heat, Bucks, and Wizards. And they are the teams that did not make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. As we go to the West, the Pelicans lead #1 seed, Sacramento with Tatum and Fox, Grizzlies, Trailblazers, Spurs with James Harden, and the Clippers, Dallas Mavericks, Denver Nuggets, and the OKC Thunder are all in the play-in tournament, and they're the teams that did not make it in the Western Conference. Look at the Jazz. Anyways, we advanced to the postseason. Remember on NBA 2K22, they added in the play-in tournament, so that's what we're going to do first. In the Western Conference, you see the teams Clippers, Mavericks, then the Nuggets, and the OKC Thunder. As we go to the Eastern Conference, it is the Hornets against the Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Wizards. At this point, I think you guys understand the concept of the play-in tournament, but before we get to the playoffs, we have to simulate this. So guys, without further ado, sit down, sit back, relax. The play-in tournament begins now, so let's get it going. We begin in the Western Conference play-in tournament, and the Dallas Mavericks will follow the LA Clippers with Steph Curry, so that means the Clippers will take the 7th seed in the Western Conference. A huge W here in the play-in tournament, but now we go to the 9-10 game in the West, and it is the OKC Thunder who will be officially eliminated from the play-in contention as the Denver Nuggets win this game by 11 points. So that means we will have an elimination game between the Denver Nuggets and the Dallas Mavericks for the 8th seed in the Western Conference. So let's get there right now, and it is a 1-point game. Here we go. 37 seconds remaining. Nuggets down by 1 on the road. It's Booker switched down to Porzingis. Now on Hardaway. Good defense from Dallas. Here's Booker in the paint. Gives it to Bull. A three-pointer. Won't go. Ball tipped in the air. Michael Porter Jr. in the rebound. The Denver Nuggets have another chance to win this game. The shot clock is now under 10 seconds. Here comes the screen. Jamal Murray the drive on Porzingis. Goes up. Elevates up the glass. Jamal Murray has given the Nuggets the lead. And the Mavericks have no timeouts. Their season on the line. Here we go. It all comes down to this. I mean, the Mavericks have to go to Karl-Anthony Towns. He's in the paint one-on-one with Aaron Gordon. Here we go. 5 seconds. Burke running away from Towns. He goes to Porzingis on Bobo for the win. Fadeaway's no good. What type of shot was that? Anyways, the Mavericks fall as the Denver Nuggets take the 8th seed in the West. A close game in Charlotte between the Heat and the Hornets. Winner takes the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. Here's Chris Middleton defended by Kawhi Leonard. Now this is the matchup we want to see. Middleton goes up. Oh, blocked by Leonard. Adebayo, he gets blocked. And the Hornets are having a block party as here come the Hornets. Wisely taking him back out is Kawhi Leonard. About 5 or 6 seconds shot differential. The Miami Heat won't foul, so they're going to look for a stop. But Kawhi Leonard could put the dagger into Miami and send them to the elimination game. Here we go. 7 seconds on the shot clock. LaMelo Ball motioning. Kawhi top of the key. Defended by Tucker. 2 seconds. Kawhi takes the 3. Back rim no good. Rebound Oladipo. 3, 2 from half court. And it almost goes in, but it doesn't matter. The Miami Heat will fall as the Charlotte Hornets will take the 7th seed in the East. And now in the 9-10 game, it is Bryant at the line for the Wizards. He got the first free throw. This one to make it a 2-point game. Loser is eliminated. And how about Thomas Bryant knocking in clutch free throws? Timeout Milwaukee, down by 2. Season on the line. They're looking to win the game or force overtime. Wizards win this with a stop. Here is Thompson in the paint, defended by Brown. Thompson puts it up and in. 1 second remaining, and we're gonna have overtime unless this goes in. No, it almost actually went in. Anyways, Klay Thompson, a huge bucket. We're going to overtime. Now at point 2, it doesn't look like they're going to get a shot off, or no time is remaining basically to even get a shot off. So despite Klay Thompson's heroic efforts, they send this game to overtime, as I actually think he almost got that one off. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The Wizards will take down the Milwaukee Bucks in the game. And now we go to the 8th seed game, and the Wizards will follow the Miami Heat. So the Miami Heat will win this, and they will go to the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. The Wizards season is ended here in the play-in tournament. As we officially enter the playoffs for this simulation, we saw the Denver Nuggets, the Clippers, the Miami Heat, and the Charlotte Hornets all squeak in the playoffs. And guys, it is now your last chance to make your predictions, because the road to the finals begins in the first round. Let's go. So we saw Kawhi Leonard and LaMelo Ball, the Charlotte Hornets, win the play-in tournament game to take the 7th seed, but they will fall in the first round in 5 games to Paul George and the Atlanta Hawks here. As we now enter a tight game in Memphis, it is the Warriors down by 3 with their season on the line. They're on the break, and Wiggins puts it up and in. They cut it to 1 to the Grizzlies, who lead 3-1 in the series. Call a timeout, up by 1. They're looking for a dagger. Only 29 seconds remain. Looking to send home Doncic and Golden State. Ja Morant top of the key. They also have Jimmy Butler, but here's Morant the drive. The floater up, off the rim. Rebound Wiggins. No timeouts. They're on the break. Draymond to Luka. 4 seconds. Luka driving in the paint. Puts it up. It puts it in. Just like that, the Warriors score 4 in a row. 1 second remaining. Morant. And this series isn't over. The Warriors win in a row with a crazy ending. Luka Doncic the game winner. We'll be back later on for that series. But anyways, we are in New Orleans with the number 1 seed. Yes, in the Western Conference, the best team, the Pelicans, will go down to the Denver Nuggets, who are a playing team in 5 games. How about that? Booker gets it done against Embiid. And now we are in Philadelphia. Trae Young at the line. Their free throw is good. It's a 5-point game. And the Boston Celtics lead this series 3-2. So this one is all over. Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons' season is over here in 6. And so anyways, Trae Young and the Boston Celtics are moving on to the Eastern Conference semifinals in this one. And now we have James Harden versus Kevin Durant. It's game 6. Harden takes the 3 up the inbounds and rattles it home. And the Spurs lead by 3. James Harden, a big-time shot. And San Antonio leads Kevin Durant and the Portland Blazers 3-2. They're looking to close that at home. Meanwhile, Durant looking to win this game in 4-7. Durant the pull-up jumper. He puts it in and it cuts it to a 1-point game. 33 seconds remaining. Here we go. This is a crazy game. These teams are going at it. Just look at the point totals right now. Here's James Harden behind the back. And how about the press from the Blazers? You gotta love it. NBA2K22 added and presses. And here's the double team. White puts it up and in. James Harden gets the assist. And we're back to a 3-point game. And we're just going back and forth. I mean, this is crazy right now. Now do the Trailblazers take a 3 or they go for the quick 2? Durant the hezzy. Oh my goodness. And he sticks it. What a move. Timeout San Antonio, they're up by 1, 14 seconds remaining, and after the timeout, the Blazers foul him. They send DeJounte Murray to the line where he got the first free throw. This one to make it a 3-point game. Murray, he got them both, so the Blazers have to go for a 3-pointer at this point, and no more timeouts. Kevin Durant has to take this shot. Oh, he gives it to McCollum in the corner. Bang! Tie game! Just like that. 4 seconds. James Harden looking to win the series. Harden boxed up. Harden now top of the key. Nothing. Step back. Oh, it's no good. CJ McCollum sends this game to overtime. Unbelievable. But in overtime, the Spurs will hold on and win by 5 points. Man, that would have been crazy if the Blazers somehow could have pulled this one out, because they would go back to Portland with a Game 7. Anyway, San Antonio moves on as we go to Miami. It is the Toronto Raptors, who are the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, as they take down the Miami Heat with Chris Middleton in 6 games. So Toronto gets Anthony Davis, and they're all the way to the Eastern Conference semifinals, as the Sacramento Kings are all the way to the Western Conference semifinals with a 6-game series win over the LA Clippers. As Steph Curry and LA season officially over in this simulation, we head to a Game 7. We get the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Chicago Bulls tied up at 115. LeBron James versus the Joker. 40 seconds remaining. The fans are on their feet. Here's Jokic against Love, and that's too easy. Spin moving off the glass. Chicago takes the lead. 37 seconds. Now it's time for LeBron James to answer back. LeBron James on DeRozan. LeBron between the legs. LeBron James! Oh my goodness, LeBron, and look at this! I've never seen this in a simulation. To replay slam cam. LeBron James elevates, extends, and throws it down to tie this game. And now here we go. Season on the line for both of these teams. Chicago Bulls looking to take the lead again. They go back to Jokic. Takes it. Jokic can't be stopped. That's 4 in a row. Chicago has a 2-point lead again. 20 seconds. LeBron James trying to answer one more time. LeBron top of the key. Here we go. The screen from Allen. LeBron gets around. Has a clear lane. Layup is missed. No way. LeBron James missed the bunny. How did that not go in? I thought that was for sure a made basket, but now Jokic out the line to ice the series. This free throw would do it. And he got it here in Cleveland. And the Chicago Bulls upset the Cavaliers, and they're going all the way to the conference semis. So we saw Doncic win Game 5 in Memphis. They forced Game 7, but they fall in Game 7, where Ja Morant had 39 points. Unbelievable game. So the Warriors season is over here. And now we go to the second round. You guys see the matchups. We are on the conference semifinals. What a fun first round in playing tournament. But anyways, who's going to advance to the conference finals? Sit down, sit back, relax, and let's continue the simulation here on NBA 2K. Here we go. The 8-seeded Denver Nuggets Cinderella story is over here at home. James Harden and the San Antonio Spurs will go all the way to the Western Conference Finals with a sweep here over the Denver Nuggets. Spurs move on in the simulation as we go to Atlanta. It is the Chicago Bulls with a 5-game series win over the Atlanta Hawks and Paul George. So Jokic, Lonzo, DeRozan are all headed to the Eastern Conference Finals and to go to the Western Conference Finals to meet the San Antonio Spurs. It is going to be either the Sacramento Kings or the Grizzlies, but now in Game 6 with the Grizzlies lead 3-2. Butler misses the layup, so Sacramento has a chance to force Game 7 and win this series. Here we go, it's coming down the wire. Kings have De'Aaron Fox and Jason Tatum. Who will they go to? Right now it is Jason Tatum with the ball. 12 on the shot clock. Here is Fox, and look at this. Fox has the mismatch on Steven Adams. Looking to extend this lead here. Shot clock at 5 seconds. Fox gives up to Halliburton. The spin on Morant. Gets to the paint. Goes up. And it's no good. Rebound Memphis, and a chance to win this series here at home. And now 7.2 remaining. They have one last shot, but we're going to Game 7. Ja Morant with the ball. Morant driving left. Morant gives it to Butler. The jab from Jimmy. Takes it. Bang! Memphis wins the series. Jimmy Butler, the first game-winning buzzer beater on 2K22. And we just saw it here live on the third simulation of 2K22. Ice in his veins. Jimmy Butler wins the series. Memphis moves on, and now in Boston, the Celtics looking to keep their series alive and their season. They're down by 2, looking to force 7. Game clock down to 4 seconds. Young looking for overtime. Pull up, and it's off the front of the rim. No good. Kenner puts it up and in, and 2K's not going to review it. Are you serious? That is some cheese. Somebody in the comments let me know down below. Pause it. Did he get it off or not? I literally couldn't see. Anyways, we're now on to the conference finals. It is the Grizzlies against the Spurs, and in the East, it is the Raptors against the Chicago Bulls. Even though I think that Raptors-Celtics Game 6 should have went to overtime. Anyways, it is time to simulate to see who's going to make the finals. Let's go. The Chicago Bulls go to Toronto, they win Game 5, and they win the series to advance to the NBA Finals. They are Eastern Conference champions. Jokic versus Anthony Davis, and the series goes to Jokic. Lonzo Ball holding up that conference trophy, and to meet them there, we go to the Western Conference. It's a 9-point game in Game number 5, where the Spurs will win in Memphis to go to the NBA Finals. They are your Western Conference champions, so no close games here in the conference finals. Anyways, the Spurs win it and move on. The NBA finals are here. It is Harden against Jokic. Spurs versus Heat. Best of 7 series to determine the winner of today's simulation. Who is going to do it? Hopefully your predictions are still intact. So without further ado, let's get these NBA finals simulated here on 2K. And down 3-2 in this series, the San Antonio Spurs go on the road and they force a Game 7 in the finals. 107-92. Chicago can't win at home. And now we go to Game 7. Spurs are up by 1. 36 seconds remaining. Winner go home for the championship. Jokic in the paint. Jokic backing in. Draws the double. Kicks it to Ball. Puts it in. Lonzo Ball, the biggest shot of his life. And the Chicago Bulls have a 2-point lead here in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. And this place is so intense. Spurs fans are on their feet. Here's Harden to Poto. Poto cutting Johnson and he throws it down. Look at the ball's movement. Shout out Chris Move. And now after the timeout, Chicago has a chance to win the finals. Meanwhile, the San Antonio Spurs are looking for a stop to force overtime. 10 seconds remaining. Here is Lonzo and Jokic. Jokic slips the screen. He gets in the paint and he scores. No timeout for San Antonio. Looking to pull off one of the greatest game winners in simulation history. Here's James Harden. 3 seconds. Defended by Caruso for overtime. Harden's shot is no good. Chicago wins the NBA Finals, and then the winners of today's simulation. Jokic the game winner. What a finish in San Antonio. The Bulls win the simulation. They get Jokic on the wheel, and they do it all. And man, this simulation was crazy. James Harden led this team all the way to the finals. You got to give him credit. Let me know how your team did down below as we go to Chicago for the watch party of the championship, and their fans are going crazy. Anyways, this one is all over, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the support as always. I read every single comment. You guys are seriously the best. Jokic MVP celebration. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It's Halftime Productions, and we out.